Billy. I'm getting 25. Grappling with some software. Anyhow, nice to hear you both are on and this end, so not too sure how it's going to last. Back to you, Dave.
Yeah, right now, Keith, you're in the clear, but took a couple of dips all the way down. I still heard everything. You've got excellent audio on that thing. Billy, when you're ready, break back in. We'll be keeping a space for you there. Go ahead, Pete.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, say something to Keith.
Hey, Keith, W2BTK. Looks like I've drifted a little bit off of frequency here, but I hear you well. I was struggling to get this. I've got a live stream that goes to YouTube that I start up with, my receiver, and you can see the waterfall and all that good stuff for, anybody who wants to listen to 10 meter AM. So I've got that running now. So we've got a recording going, as long as that's all right with you. It's pretty cool stuff. I don't get on 10 meter AM very well. Hopefully you're hearing me well. This is W2BTK, and again, the name is Bill.
Yes, okay, Bill, from Golf 4 India Tango Radio. I think you passed it back to me, Bill. You're 5 and 6, 56 on peaks, 5 and 6. Nice audio when you're in the clear, with the usual QSB down to not too many S units, but no, nice Bill. You've got the details, name's Keith. We're in the northeast of England, near the city of Newcastle. So I'll just pass it back to Dave, just in case you're not copying me too well. W2VW and the group G4ITR.
Yeah, okay, G4ITR and the group from W2VW. Yeah, Billy, you came up, your signal's up a little bit higher, and I guess it's touch and go between you two guys, but the band seems to have folded, so that's good, Billy, because when the band's in better shape, you'll be in great shape here. That's just wonderful. Anyway, over to you, Pete, AA3RE and the group from W2 Very Weak.
Yeah, Pete, I'm hearing you fine. You're a little lower, but you're in there very consistently, and I can hear you just fine. I hear everybody just fine. Dave is very strong, and it's working wonderfully. So hopefully I'm a little more on frequency now. I have to run into the other room to change my VFO settings. I have a very inefficient shack setup over here, but when you're dialed in and you're just chatting, it's nice to sit out here away from all the transmitters and junk like that, and feels more like a living room out here. So, you know, I guess it's a trade-off, but everybody's doing great. I'm running the Johnson Viking 2, about 40 watts of carrier, and I'm using my my long dipole. It's probably about 140 feet overall, center fed with ladder line, no tuner at all, just straight through, just transmission line. I have my entire double L network tuner jumped out, and I've got about a 1.5 to 1 match here on 28975. So a lot of fun out here on 10 meters, man. Hopefully everybody hears me well, W2BTK. And we'll just go around the rotation. I'm not too good at this. I'm kind of a break-in guy.
Go ahead, Keith.
W2BTK and the group G4ITR, okay, the C5 and the Johnson Viking 2 is sounding great, so congratulations on the restoration there. It's always great to hear the old boat anchors on the air. Don't too many of those. A Flex radio, fairly oldish Flex, a Flex 6300, driving an amp about 100 watts carriers. Anyhow, I'm going to leave you guys to it. Just thought I'd call in because I was just so surprised to hear stations from across the pond on bands. So great to hear you all on. Great to catch up with you again, Pete, as well as you, Dave. And look forward to having many more chats. We'll send through both round to Pete, and I shall leave you guys to it. AA3RE and group G4ITR.
Yeah, okay, Keith, real fine. Yeah, you just picked up to an S9 inside, so the band hasn't quite given it up, and I guess it's just about 5 p.m. this side right now, so that's pretty good. I guess sunset in maybe another hour or so over there, possibly. Just sun's holding up well, so that bodes well for the band, and hopefully we'll have many more in the future. Good to catch you again there, Keith, and hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow, and I'll be able to test out my Doublet going there and do a little A/B comparison there. 73 Keith, all about G4ITR 883. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, okay. AA3RE in the group, including G4ITR signing out. This is W2VW. Good. Yeah, everybody's doing fine here all the way around. This is a real blast. I'm surprised the antenna's working that well, Billy, here and in England at the same time. That's really good. And plus, you said you were hearing Rick VE6CQ really well. Well, thank you, Keith, so much for joining in here and giving us all signal reports. That's wonderful, and you're holding up. So maybe it was just a doldrum thing here, but whatever. I look forward to doing it again soon. Yeah, Rick VE6CQ was talking with Dan W1DAN, who's the television broadcast engineer up in Massachusetts. I know he used to work for, I think he worked for PBS for a while. Now he's working for a different station, but he's visited the Empire State Building and my transmitters and all. He was over there years ago. He got the tour of the place back in the day, Billy. So that's W1DAN, who was a really nice guy. He really knows what he's doing. But man, they keep him hopping. So Keith 73 again, and if you have a final, go ahead. If not, it goes back to Billy. W2 very weak. Go ahead, Billy, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I saw someone in there. I don't know if that was Keith, but couldn't hear anything anymore. And then, yeah, that radar, whew, that's something to get used to. But dude, it's kind of surprising. Everybody, well, Dave, you're coming in like you were on 160. This is really, really nice. Pete, you're down a little bit from, where you were the other night when we talked on the other band, but it's very consistent. Like I was saying, I hear everything you're saying, just a little bit less signal. So I can't believe how well it's working, especially with the antenna that I'm using, but I'm not too sure. I might have to go check my reflected power slug, but I see nothing, just not even a budge here. And, well, I'm only running 40 watts, but it seems like a good tune for this antenna. Dang it. Well, it might be better down here than it was just above, right around 29, but everything is super touchy with this Viking. I got to get used to that. Like when you try to find the peak in the grid, it's like you just spin that knob just a little bit and you're gone. It's everything is way touchier, but this is fun. I don't think I would change my vertical around just because that's working great where it is. But if I can have fun with this antenna, man, I'm all about it. So hopefully my audio isn't making problems here if it's too blasty or something with the QSB. I don't really want to change that either, though, because I only got 40 watts, and it might be helping anyway. A3RE, W2VW, and W2BTK out here on 10 meters, having a blast.
Yeah, I like 10 meters. AM, it is a blast. And, well, we're both using different antennas than on 6 meters. I mean, using a horizontal 3-element beam that's only 16 feet off the ground, to your wire antenna at these distances, I'll take it. If it's working, I'll take it. That's pretty good. And we're hearing each other as well as we are. You're not giving me much in the way of signal. It's barely an S1, but your audio is carrying the day. So what we're here, don't change your thing. Don't change your thing because it's working. I am running about 100 watts of carrier. Now I'm using my 8 steel to make up the difference in the AV power. And with my outboard audio processing, the same setup for 160 meters, didn't change any of the settings, and using the outboard audio and shoving it into the data port in the back of the AV. So I think it's a good match. I think it's working out, and good fun to test these things out without a whole lot of pressure. And things, when they wind up working with some effort behind them, is always a good show. So cool. Yeah, it's working there, Billy. I'll have to go check out the video gate later. I can't listen to it at the same time that I'm transmitting. I tried doing that, and it's frustrating. But I did listen to your 160 live stream the other day at work, and I'm not going to change a thing with my audio. I like the way that it round up. It sounds really good on the DC speaker. So thanks for that. It's kind of interesting to watch the different perspectives. That top scale, you can see someone keys up, you see that carrier go whoop, and then you see the modulation up along the carrier. It's kind of interesting to look at. That waterfall display kind of weird to look at. But that top display, I don't know what you would call that, the second stroke, fish finder, whatever. That one's pretty cool to look at. And kind of tells you information on how wide things are and where the carrier's at, where the audio is at. So thanks for that. All good stuff. Pass it over there to Dave. W2BTK. W2 Jerry Week from AAC Radio Energy.
Are you rotationally challenged?
Why would I be rotationally challenged? You had it. You gave it to Billy. Billy gave it to me, and I gave it to you.
Okay, just checking. All right. Well, this is just fine business. I sent you guys recordings, and yeah, you don't want to listen to the recording right now. Anyway, that's too much, and Billy's multitasking over there. setting out that live stream. That's great, man. When the band is open, we can do this. That's a whole lot of fun. You have no idea, Billy, how many people would love to hear a live stream on YouTube of how they're coming in here. I mean, you know, I've sent a lot of people air check recordings, but your recording and the live stream is much, much better quality than what I send people. So that's good. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for setting that up. And you have to tell me why you're getting 40 watts out, what your parameters are. But you know what? It's working. It got you across the pond on AM when the band is falling out. You know, a lot of times when the band goes away, it gets spotty. So between Keith and I may be working way better than between you and Keith. And then some other time it could be quite the opposite. Like, you sent me a recording of Rick. I was listening to Rick the same time that you made your recording, and he was doing way, way, way better over there than he was doing here. And then he came up. So, you know, that's how it goes. And I'm sure you know all this. So find business. OMs. And, yeah, Billy, I'm sure you can find something like a short piece of cable or something that'll make, you know, 10 picofarads to slam across your tuning unit to get it completely, get things completely flat there, and then, you know, you can use other stuff. You know, the Harris would be perfect up here, man. That would be perfect if you can do that. And here you go. W2BTK in the group from W2VW.
Yeah, man. Well, I did this all in quite a hurry, and, you know, half of it was focused on the RF side, half of it was focused on a computer crap side. But from what I saw, you know, the lowest match I was getting by taking everything out was like 1.5, and I was trying that on 2901. So I never really checked it again when I came down here. But if my metering's working, and it should be, I've got very flat. So wherever I tuned up at the time, you know, I maxed out my plate current on the Viking, so I dipped the variac back, and it just ended up around, yeah, right on 40 watts. So I'm sure I could go improve things there. And like you said, there's a little bit of C somewhere on this thing might help. The vacuum variables that I have one that I can put on the hot and cold side of the tuner, obviously, and I tried both of those, and sweeping that thing around didn't do anything. And then I have the one that on 40 is the other band that I jump out my inductors to get on, and I have a cap up by where the feed line penetrates into the attic. It's about, I don't know, 5 feet above the tuner, and I stick a cap across there for 40. So I tried that one, didn't do anything. So I just left it. It's just that the whole tuner's jumped out, and it's just my feed line through a 1-to-1 into my coax, you know, to the antenna. Last I checked, that was 1.5 on 2901. No idea here. Not seeing any reflected power. So I might be closer to running the Harris than, you know, I thought. I got to see why the Viking is having to load in here, but I don't know. 40 watts is working. Pete hears me. And yeah, this stream, I mean, this is what I'm getting so upset. I was like, man, I really, really, really want to stream this. Like, this is really good stuff. So I figured that out in a hurry here. Next time, if I run into that issue, I know what to do. I just had to figure it out real fast, and it was straining the brain, so I had no ability to be nice for a moment. And that happens to me. You have to excuse me. But yeah, I think the live stream is completely mislabeled right now. It says like 29975 amateur radio, and then in the description it says 160 meters, but I'll fix all that after the fact, and it'll be fine. but I'm just glad this, it's getting out there. So everything is working. My awesome Johnson Viking 2. And yeah, running the Harris shouldn't be that big of an issue. Just some tinkering, which, I did a whole 5 minutes of before I got on the air here. I've really never done this, so that's pretty good shape if you ask me. I see myself drifting down in frequency and up in power by 4 watts. So it's good equipment. And I'm being serious about that. W2BTK out here on 10 meters, and we'll go right back to Pete, A83RE. Take it away.
Yeah, all good stuff, especially when you're trying to set it all up in a hurry and on the fly. I know what that can be like. And making sure everything's right without making any mistakes. Setting things on fire, that kind of stuff. You don't want to do any of that. So it's working. Yeah, you're consistently S1 for a little less, but the audio is carrying the day, so it's enough to make it work. So there's all that. So that'll be good fun to check out the audio quality with the same setup here going into the Yazoo, and seems to be working out. I'm glad it is. Gives me more options instead of just keeping that pile just for one band or 2 bands. Now I can use that pile of audio gear everywhere if I so desire. Nice to have options. Options are always good. Right now I have the option to stay here and chat, which I'd like to do, or the option to get some substance. So I'm going to opt for the substance because I'm hungry.
Oof.
And hopefully we'll catch you guys on medium wave radio tonight if the conditions aren't terrible. So I'm going to put it down there to very weak. 73 there, Billy. 73, I'll listen out. Answer station A83RE fine.
Yeah, okay. A83RE with W2BTK. This is W2VW. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm looking at Hack Green here right now. And, Pete, I'm looking at your fading when you're going up and down there. And here, and it's interesting that you can correlate some of what's going on that I see on the waterfall. I'm not listening to it, I'm just looking at it. And it seems like when you fade out on Hack Green, you also kind of fade down here. It's almost like the same propagation, so I don't know what the heck mode this is. You sound completely different than you did before when I heard you, and so I agree with your assessment that this is more, some kind of extended surface wave thing that we're working on versus backscatter. But I know for sure I'm hearing you some scatter along with it, because for a couple of seconds I had an echo on your signal. So you were definitely coming in with a delay. It was a very fast echo, unless you turn the echo on. Anyway, yeah, Billy, that's good. Yeah, so I get it, how you got yourself set up in a hurry. That's a lot, man. I'm going to do the same thing as Pete. I'm going to get the heck out of here. I really didn't even intend to get back on here right now. But, yeah, save those settings, and maybe the Vikings loading is off, and you just turn the variac down a little bit. It sounds fine. It's working great. 3 dB more power is 3 dB more power, but that's for the to-do list. And yeah, the circuit, my 10 meter circuit on my 160 meter doublet also works on 40. Exactly the same deal that you've got. Pretty much the same tuning works on 7290, but I don't really get on there because the unbalanced to balanced transformer I use doesn't work on 40. So I've got a lot of vertical polarization coming and going off of my feeders on that band. and it's noisy, and I put signals out like in dog x-ray land with it. It's kind of silly, actually, but that's how it works. And I don't want to fool with that because it worked too well on 10. I got to get that back working again. And Pete's to-do list, he's got to try his 2-wire antennas out here. I think, Pete, somewhere your wire antennas are going to make your tri-bander look stupid. I don't know where, but somewhere. Anyway, Billy, this is great. I'll listen out and take a break here. I got things to do that need to get done. So 7-3 Peter, 7-3 Billy, W2BTK in the group from W2 very weak.
Yeah, all right, guys. Sounds good. I got a couple things to do, too. This works out perfect, but I'm really excited that I was able to get out here and reach so many guys. We were talking to Keith before. That was awesome. And I'm really excited that I got it documented a little bit. So it was really good. And, yeah, my antenna, I think the Viking might be loaded into it, even though it was like a 1.5 or lower, probably even a little lower down here. It was reactive. There is definitely some reactance going on. That could definitely be lower. So that's probably the culprit there. But again, like I said, for, slapping everything together, getting on, not that bad. A lot of improvement could be done, and we're already in good shape. So that's really exciting. I was thinking maybe I'd get out here with Big Blue, but, next time when I have a little more time to prepare. Anyway, you guys do what you need to do. This is great fun. I'm going to have the past, 27 minutes or so have been recorded. It'll be on YouTube available. You can hear. And about the echoes, man, Dave, you had a ton of, it sounded like you were running an effects box, like a reverb. I was tripping out over here trying to look at my settings, like, do I have my SDR like looped back through the audio somehow through this program? And no, that explains it. You're gonna have a lot of fun listening to this. So anyway, guys, I guess I'll catch you tonight. We could fire up on 160 and see what happens. So enjoy. We'll catch you later. AA3RE W2VW from W2BTK 7-3.
All copies. Good fun. See you later. 7-3. AA3RE.
Talk to you guys on top band later on. W2 very weak.